Hey guys, Tyler here, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Philips Sonicare 4100 power toothbrush, or electric toothbrush. So this is an electric toothbrush that's rechargeable and has a pressure sensor, so if you're pushing too hard, it'll let you know when to kind of cool it back a little bit. So I've been using the toothbrush for give or take 4 or 5 months now, and I can confidently say that this has been a huge game changer to my overall oral health. I feel that my teeth have gotten cleaner. I feel like it really does a good job at getting into those nooks and crannies in my mouth that I really just can't get if I'm just using a normal toothbrush and just going back and forth. But with this, you get to take a lot more care and go a lot slower just because it's an electric toothbrush. It's able to get everything just with one pass. So this toothbrush has what it's called sonic technology, which basically means that the bristles actually vibrate at such a high speed and frequency that it's really able to get everything in your teeth. Because the bristles vibrate at such a high frequency, you really get a deep and thorough cleaning that you just can't get with a normal toothbrush, in my opinion. So let's talk about the pressure sensor a bit more, and this is what I mean when I actually say pressure sensor. So if I press the little power button, you can hear it. So if you push on your teeth too hard, do you hear that? Here, let's. That means when you press too hard, it kind of tells you like, hey, take it back a little bit. You're pressing too hard, which means you're not getting too accurate of a cleaning. The toothbrush won't break if you press too hard, but it is just more of a friendly reminder to kind of, hey, cut it down a little bit. You're pressing too hard. This is not the most optimal way to brush your teeth right now. So taking a look at how it actually gets charged. So obviously the little brick doesn't come with it, but that's just what I have. But the cable itself is a USB-A to, I don't even know what it's called, but it is the charging port, charging stand, however you want to call it. So what you would normally do is you'd plug it into the wall, and then you grab it. All you have to do is just, so there's a hole in the bottom, all you have to do is line it up with the stand. And then normally when it's actually plugged in, it'll give you a little beep. It'll like a double beep. It'll be like, okay, beep, beep, and it's charging. And you'll know it's charging because there is a little battery icon on the bottom that'll start glowing green or flashing green when it's actually charging. The battery life itself is actually also impressive. Usually I can charge it overnight for one night, and I should be good usually for the whole week. Sometimes give or take, it depends how often you brush. You want to brush at least two times a day. But usually when I'm brushing 2 times a day, one full charge will easily last me the whole week. And then, like I said, just charge it overnight again, and you're all set for the next week. So what's nice is actually also the design. It's very slick. It's not very bulky. I know how other electric toothbrushes are very wide, and it's kind of an unpleasant feel to hold for those 2 minutes minimum when you're brushing your teeth each morning and each night, however when you brush it. But I like it just because it's a very sleek, it's a very minimalistic design. Sorry, I'm just seeing from there. But what's nice is you can actually also change out the heads. So you just pull this part off, and that comes right off. You want to change these. I would say really, there's not really a time limit, but you want to change it when you really start noticing gunk actually start forming on the bottom of the bristles, which this actually needs changed. I need to replace it with my other one. But you can always get more replacement heads like this on Amazon as well. But really all you do is you get the bottom of that part, there's a little hole at the bottom, and then you just line it up with the stilts on the top of here. And let me find the right one and plug it in. Simple as that. It's really that easy to change, and making sure you actually keep these clean and actually make sure that you're always up to date on your brush heads will make sure that you're always at optimal oral hygiene. So a bit about my story. Why did I actually buy this toothbrush? Well, I bought it because I had a lot of cavities. Normally, I would only brush about once a day, and that would always be in the morning usually. I would just brush. I'd brush for maybe a minute and a half, and I really didn't realize how bad it was until I actually went to the dentist a few months ago, and the first time for like, I'd say 3-4 years. And they kind of told me like, hey, what have you been doing? I had 9 cavities. I need 1 root canal. Besides the point, but I also need my wisdom teeth taken out. So it was just kind of all over the place, and they're like, yeah, you got to step it up. So I'm like, okay, let's take that first step. Let's get an electric toothbrush. Let's make sure I brush 2 times a day, floss as well with each of those. And really, I've noticed since flossing and brushing 2 times a day with this electric toothbrush has been game changing. I feel like, because I actually went just the other week, and they're kind of like, and they told me, they're like, hey, we've seen you step it up, or we've seen such a big improvement from the last time that we met up and everything. And I really do feel like this toothbrush is the biggest contributor to my now healthier, I'm not going to say fully healthy just because I still have some stuff here and there, but to my full healthier teeth, this has been the biggest contributor to that. But overall, I usually say if I don't recommend or do recommend a product in my reviews, and this is something I can confidently say I do recommend, just because I really do feel like it's the biggest factor in my oral hygiene that I've really stepped up ever since buying. And I honestly don't see myself ever going back to a normal toothbrush, let alone anything that's not from any kind of Philips Sonicare toothbrush, just because I've tried a few others in the past, but this has been the one that's actually stuck with me and that I can confidently vouch for.